Hi, I'm Nancy O'Neill. Today on Suncoast FYI, we talk to the co-chairs for this year's Lakewood Ranch Women's Club Fashion Show, the co-owners of LyteWorks, the vice president of Tailored Thrones, the executive director of the Van Wezel, and the program director of the new Paradigm of Catholic Charities. All next on Suncoast FYI. We're joined now by the co-chairs of Lakewood Ranch Women's Club's Fashion Show, Patti Wrobel and Monika Templeman. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nancy.
Monika, we're going to start with you. Please tell us a little bit about your organization and the charities that you support.
I'd be happy to. The Lakewood Ranch Women's Club has well over 300 members, and our motto is fun, friendship, and community service. And we raise money for our 3 adopted charities, Hope, Smart, and Solve. And over 20 years, we've been involved in philanthropic fundraising. In 2017 alone, we were able to give to our charities over $40,000. And we did this through fundraising events. We also support a scholarship annually for a local Lakewood Ranch young woman from Lakewood Ranch High School, and it's for community service and academic excellence. Over the years, Nancy, we've been able to give over $300,000 to our charities, all amazing. From our fundraising. Our largest one is a fashion show that we do annually.
And that's coming up soon.
Yeah, and that's exciting. Okay. And all proceeds that we raise from our fundraising events go to our charities, Hope Family Services, SMART, Sarasota Manatee Association of Riding Therapy, and Solve Maternity Homes. And these local 501c3 charities, they do fabulous things for the Sarasota Manatee community. Wonderful. They're just outstanding.
Great. And Patti's going to tell us about the Hope Charity, and you're on the board, I understand.
Yes. When I completed my term as president of the Women's Club, I was asked to join the board of directors of Hope Family Services. And Hope Family Services is the domestic violence shelter and counseling center for Manatee County. It serves victims of domestic violence throughout the county. They have a hotline where people can call with questions and questions about what to do in their situation. Right. They have an emergency shelter where they take in victims and their children. Most of the victims are women. Occasionally they do have men, and they can serve in that shelter for up to 3 months. They also have counseling programs where they offer advocacy for the women who are there, job training, financial planning, and most recently they have legal services on site, so that if someone needs a restraining order, for instance, they can get the legal counsel right there at the shelter. That's awesome. They have outpatient counseling services also, where they do at the shelter offices and also at the Women's Resource Center in Bradenton.
Wonderful.
They have children's services, and they have a children's playroom, and they have social workers and counselors who work with the children who are victims of this situation also.
All right.
Well, and speaking of children, they also have a Blankets of Babies. We have a Blankets of Babies committee, and they make beautiful handmade quilts and blankets for the babies at Hope, at Solve, and other charities.
Lovely. And Hope, we talked about Hope. Now you're going to tell us a little bit about Smart and Solve. We only have a minute left, and I want to get to your fashion show.
Well, that'd be my pleasure. Just very quickly, Smart, which is Smart Riding Therapies, they have a very wonderful program, educational and therapeutic horseback riding and carriage driving programs, and that helps to enhance the physical, cognitive, and emotional needs of people with special needs, including children with autism, post-traumatic stress disorder veterans, SELA trafficking victims, and a host of other challenges. Wonderful work. Solve Maternity Homes, they have been serving women in need with unplanned pregnancies and their precious babies for over 40 years. To date, they've helped well over 1,500 women and their babies. I mean, amazing things through providing safe housing, tools needed to be successful in life, and a structured program. Great charities.
Thank you. Yes. We want to finish up now. Tell us about your fashion show and where our viewers can go to find out more information about that.
The fashion show is called Set Sail for Fashion. It is March 26th at 11:30, runs till about 2:30 at the Sarasota Yacht Club.
Lovely.
We will be featuring fashions from PJ's Boutique, which is located on Main Street in downtown Sarasota. We will have silent auction items, and we have sponsors. And we are still looking for more sponsors.
Okay. Where can our viewers go to find out more
the
information?
Lakewood Ranch, Lakewood Ranch Women's Club website, which is lwrwc.org.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, ladies.
Consider being a sponsor. They do such wonderful work, and we appreciate the business community support.
Thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much, Nancy. We appreciate it.
Coming up next on Suncoast FYI, the co-owners of LyteWorks. Stay tuned. You're watching Suncoast FYI. Our next guests in the studio are co-owners of LyteWorks, Joanne and John Bradshaw. It's nice to meet you in person.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you too.
I see you all the time on your commercials about your beautiful, beautiful showroom at LyteWorks. Can you tell us how you came to have LyteWorks?
Well, it's kind of an exciting story, actually. Joanne and I have been in the Sarasota-Bradenton area since the early to mid-'70s. And we left Sarasota after selling a business that I had founded and owned for many years, and went to North Carolina. And after 5.5 years, we wanted to try something exciting and new, and so we jumped into retailing. And it's just been absolutely thrilling. We wanted to build something. We wanted to, build a business and build a family of employees that we could be proud of.
Right, and actually kind of step out of the box, something that we've never done before in our life, and hence the retail business of LyteWorks.
Yes, very exciting.
What an exciting ride it is.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I have been in retail for a long time myself, and I know what are the challenges that you face in today's market?
So, the main challenges I think that we face are again, building a family of employees. We like to think that we would like to have a business in the Bradenton, Sarasota area that people love to work at. And that's one of the main challenges, is building that group of people that fit well. And so we've gone through that roller coaster ride somewhat.
And that you like, yes.
Yeah,
you have to work
exactly.
together as a team.
And finding the exact mix, which is not an easy feat. And we feel now that we have the perfect family.
Yeah.
And we do consider each and every one of our employees family.
Yeah, it's been a great journey, and I think one of the main challenges too is penetrating different market areas that the previous owner didn't through advertising. I think we've done a great job at that, and absolutely a part of that is getting the Sarasota community to drive up to Bradenton, 7 to 10 miles away, and experience probably the nicest lighting showroom on the west coast of Florida.
Well, I've seen it. So tell our viewers what types of products do you sell other than lights?
Oh, other than chandelier and lighting, we sell furniture, art, decor, accessories, ceiling fans, very high-end ceiling fans, from the very large down all the way to like a small fan that would go into a bathroom.
Okay, now I know you're very different than a lot of your other competitors, and what is it that sets you apart? Is it some of those diverse things that you carry?
Well, I think Joanne and I would agree it's clearly our showroom. Our showroom makes you feel like you're in your own home. The merchandising and setup our showroom is absolutely stunning. It's breathtaking. We hear that all the time from our customers.
And we set the showroom up in little vignettes. So it's like someone would go over to a corner here and say, oh, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I'll just take that entire thing.
The whole thing, right?
I'll take the whole thing.
Love
it's pretty exciting. Do come up and visit us, because it's really a beautiful, beautiful showroom.
Thank you. Now, you have other roles in the community. I know you give back. Can you tell us how you do that, Joanne?
Yes. Well, actually, we're very involved with Habitat for Humanity. Excuse me. And we are actually on our 4th home, I believe, now.
Yeah.
Is that correct, John?
Yeah, that's right. What we do is the recipients of Habitat homes, what we do is instead of Habitat putting in generic kind of mundane lighting. We fill the home with designer lighting and fans, and it just makes it a little more exciting for the people that get the house. Yeah, it's very rewarding.
Awesome.
And the families that are the recipients of our lighting are just thrilled when they see it and say, "Oh, could I have it? Could I have that in my next home?"
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Very exciting.
you're very welcome.
I know. It was so nice meeting you. And yes, your showroom is fabulous, and our viewers have to go see it because it is one of a kind.
Yeah,
It is one of a kind,
you bet.
Nancy.
It is.
And thank you for having us on the show. I
Thank you
really
so much.
appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
After the break, the Vice President of Tailored Thrones stops by, so please stay tuned. Our next guest is Vice President of Tailored Thrones, Valerie Lufsey. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, Nancy. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, this is an interesting product that you have. Now, I'm sure that most of our viewers are familiar with porta potties. What is the difference in your product, the restroom trailer?
Really, there's no comparison. The restroom trailer is going to give you the same sanitary amenities that you would find in a fine restaurant's bathroom or in the half bath of your own home. It has things like AC and hot running water, and the toilets flush. There's even music playing in the background. So there's really no comparison.
Okay. And you must use these at a number of events. I mean, how big are they?
They range in size, and yes, we do use them at many different types of events, from festivals to backyard weddings. And they, like I said, they come in various sizes, and it just depends on the size of your event, how large of a trailer you're going to need.
Okay. And the history of your business, I know you were new to Florida. Is this something you've been involved with, though, for a number of years?
Yes, so we're new to Florida, but we are not new to the industry. We have over 25 years of experience. We've done events from small backyard weddings all the way to the White House, and we're most proud of our events with the Marine Corps Marathon, Vanity Fair events. So we're just very happy to be here and be part of this community and bring our expertise.
Okay, so where can they be used? I mean, I know you said backyard weddings. What other venues have you done? And importantly, do you need running water or power? Are you self-sufficient, or do you have to be hooked up?
Great questions. The trailers do require power and water. However, they are self-sufficient. We can bring a generator. We use a high-end whisper generator, and we also can bring water. So our clients can have an event anywhere as long as we can drive the trailer into the location.
Okay, so that's the important thing. So how large are they? I mean, we're talking, so how much space does somebody need?
They can be all the way to 28 feet long.
Wow.
And then our smallest trailer, our mini, is 12 feet long.
Equipment. Now, you were in the business, now you got out of it.
Yes.
So is your equipment something you brought with you, or is it new equipment?
No, my husband and I made a very conscious decision to make sure all of our equipment is new. We want to make sure that we're delivering the best product. Our clients are having high-end events, and they want their guests to feel comfortable, and the only way to do that is to provide the best equipment possible.
Now, how far ahead does somebody have to reach out to you if they'd like to reserve one?
I would recommend at least 6 months, but with that being said, we can book and get things quickly to events also.
Okay. And what else is required? What happens next after your clients book with you?
So they'll sign a contract with us, and we require a 50% deposit to hold the trailer of their choice. And then after that, it's a matter of waiting till their event. I would give them a call the week prior to their event and set up a 2-hour window of delivery. And we like to deliver prior to the event. That way we can test everything and make sure it's running correctly. And it's not a high stressful situation then. We're not coming into the event as it's going on. We're setting up ahead of time.
Right. So you do site work. You would meet with them after, when they sign the contract, you evaluate what they can accommodate, what you can accommodate.
Yes, a lot can be accomplished over the phone. You know, I go over the requirements, the electrical requirements. I go over the water that's needed over the phone. So we can do a lot of that. And our delivery team is wonderful. They're very professional, and we come uniformed, and we take very good care of our clients.
All right. So somebody stays during the event, or you just set
Not
everything
normally.
up?
We can have an attendant on site. That's something that you can opt for, and we can do that, but it is not required.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
It was so nice to be here.
Thank you. Coming up next on Suncoast FYI, the Executive Director of the Van Wezel. So please stay with us. We're joined in the studio now by Mary Bensel, the Executive Director of the Van Wezel. Welcome
Hello.
back.
Thank
Hi.
you so much. It's so great to be here today.
Thanks. So nice to have you. Always so much exciting news to share.
Oh, my life is so exciting right now because we have a show every night.
I know.
It's you know, all I have to do is make sure I have enough, clean underwear and can stay awake. It's always something, isn't it?
I love it, Mary. I love it. Well, let's see. Let's start with, you have the annual Foundation's annual
The
gala
big gala,
coming
yes.
up. When is that?
That is next Friday, Friday the 16th, February 16th, and it's the biggest show, single show of the year, and I'm so thrilled it's Barry Manilow this year.
Yes, and you still have tickets available.
We still have a few tickets left. Sometimes the band releases some tickets back, so there are still tickets to the gala portion as well as to the show. Okay. And if you get tickets to the gala, there's an amazing cocktail party out on the bay, and then followed with a beautiful Michael's on East dinner in a tent, and lots of programs going on there. And then you go in and see the show.
They're very glamorous.
Oh, it's very glamorous. And then you, there's an after party where you dance. I think I danced till like 1 o'clock last year, and they had sliders and French fries out on the bay front, and it was fabulous.
Beautiful.
And Barry Manilow puts on a phenomenal show. And so you can get tickets to the whole gala package or just to the show.
To the show.
And it was lucky. Barry released a few of his tickets back to us, so we just put on, a set of really, really good tickets, so that if you call us at 953-3368, you can get a great seat. And I've presented him many times, and I can remember in Philadelphia, I had him 5 nights in a row, and my sister came to every show, and I got her tickets in the front row every night. And
they must have had a personal relationship.
Oh, they did by the end.
Right?
And she's actually flying in from Philadelphia. Go Eagles!
Oh, yay.
I'm from Philadelphia, so I'm really excited about the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. But my sister's flying in from Philadelphia to see him again.
Oh, nice for you.
Yeah. So I plan to be there with Barry, because he's such a
sweetheart.
He was so nice, and he also has written almost every song. My gosh.
That you love.
Yeah, because he started out with Bette Midler when they were in the Baths. He used to play for her, and then suddenly he became this world famous singer. And so to see Barry Manilow in the theater these days, when he sells out arenas and is in Las Vegas for these long residencies, is really, really cool. So that's the big show of the year.
Okay, there's a lot remaining. What's going on? Because we've got
Oh, yeah.
a couple minutes
Yeah,
left.
yeah. Okay, so we have Daughtry, which is one of the great rock and roll bands. They started. He started on American Idol. He had 4 #1 hits. Finding Superman is my favorite, and that's on March the 8th. And then my heartthrob from my early days was Rick Springfield is coming on March 18th.
I have tickets for him.
Jesse's Girl. I always wanted to be Jesse's Girl. And I was lucky enough to meet him last time. And then we have a huge Broadway show coming. It's called Motown the Musical, and it's the story of Berry Gordy. And of course, Barry made all these great hits, the Jackson 5, the Smokey Robinsons, the Diana Ross. And the cool thing for me is when I saw Motown on Broadway, I was able to, I have met Smokey Robinson, I've met Diana Ross. So for me, it's a thrill to see their life story being done. And they're here for a week, and it's March 27th through April 1st. And then, March 26th, we're going to announce all of next year's season. So for the Broadway Orchestra and Dance, and Lion King will be flying in with some performers, and so there's a lot going on.
Let's finish up with construction going on.
Yeah, there is. The roundabouts have already started. You may have seen our signs down, and so if you follow us on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, you'll get the latest on hints on which way to get into the hall and so forth.
Okay.
But we'll still have 2 roads open into the theater, and I can't wait to have it be done and over with.
And it'll look beautiful.
So anyway, come down and see us. We've still got Winona and Yanni and all sorts of shows coming up.
All right. Thanks, Mary.
All right. Thank you.
Always never enough time with you.
Never.
When we return on Suncoast FYI, we'll talk with Program Director of the new Paradigm of Catholic Charities. We're joined now in the studio by our last guest, Kathleen Nelson, Program Director of the new Paradigm of Catholic Charities. Hi, nice to meet you,
Good morning.
Kathleen. Tell us about the history of the new Paradigm.
Okay, well, my husband and I got here in Florida in '94, and in '96, around 2000, he opened a real estate company. And in order to help give back to the community, we started the new Paradigm Foundation. For several years, what we did was give back to the community, one-time financial needs other agencies couldn't do. And then in 2010, because there were so many foreclosures, every county received a grant, for a federal grant. And Charlotte County got enough to buy several houses. They deeded 9 properties to the new Paradigm Foundation. We use that now for transitional housing for families with small children who might otherwise be at risk for homelessness.
So how do they contact you about?
They're referred either by agencies or churches. We're on, of course, we have a website, and some people just know us because they've been in the program, so they refer others.
Okay. And part of how you keep this going is you have fundraising?
We do have fundraisers, yes.
And you have a special trip for a fundraising raffle coming up, right? Could you tell us about that?
Yes, we have someone on our board who helped us to put together a trip for 2 to Ireland for 8 days, and we are raffling this off, and the winner will be picked at our gala, which is March 10th at the Inglewood Elks. And we're very excited about this. We hope the winner will be present.
Wonderful.
That will be even more exciting.
Yes. So can our viewers go online and purchase raffle tickets?
Yes, there's 2 ways that you can purchase. You can either come into our offices in Inglewood, or you can go online to our website, and that'll be right there. You click right on that button. It will bring you to the secure Catholic Charities website, and you can use your credit card and purchase your tickets. We get that information and we send the tickets out.
Okay, great. Oh, I'm gonna do that.
Great, great.
I love Ireland. What kind of opportunities do you have for volunteers? I know you must need help.
We do. We have a couple. One is for mentors for our families. Most of them are single moms, but we do have single dads. And just to come alongside them, listen to their problems and go through their successes with them. And the other is just to come in the office and help us. We need volunteers to help us get this gala ready for March 10th. Little things, cutting out our fish paddles, putting together our invitations.
Sure. So it could be any amount of time. You don't have to commit all day or anything. It could be a couple hours just to come in and help you do these things that are detail oriented and take time.
Yes.
Yeah. So how else can other people be part of your program?
Well, we do have a property management company. However, within the properties, if they want to come over and they want to help us do things like plant flowers, or they might want to wash the windows, just anything, because we want the families to take pride in their where they're living.
Sure.
And we want to help them keep it just as good as possible.
Now, how long are families usually in the transitional program in the homes?
The program is a 2-year program, and during that time we give them classes in finances, budgeting, parenting, credit repair, and case management.
Okay. And they maintain their own homes? I mean, do you take care of food or anything, or is it strictly just the housing?
Just the housing. We do the lawn care, any repairs that are over a certain amount. But they do their own rents, utilities, etc.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for being here, and bless your heart for all the hard work you do.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Pleasure meeting you. Coming up after the break, find out what events will be taking place on the Suncoast this weekend. Coming up this weekend on the Suncoast, want to see some great looking motorcycles? It'll be a fun weekend as Thunder by the Bay Sarasota Motorcycle Festival begins with a Born to Be Wild kickoff party Friday at Michael's on East and a block party Saturday on Main Street in Sarasota, culminating with a festival at the Sarasota Fairgrounds on Sunday. It's an event you won't want to miss. Visit thunderbythebay.org for all the details. And batter up. The Orioles invite fans to celebrate the start of spring training at Sarasota Spring Fest, a free, family-friendly event for fans of all ages. The event is at the Ed Smith Stadium from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, February 17th. If you would like to promote your community event on Suncoast FYI, we would love to hear from you. Just call us at 941-361-4639. To view previous episodes, go to snntv.com under Programming. I'm Nancy O'Neill, and we'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.